Woo! Oh, I'm having to, my bangs are beginning to grow out. And, and, ugh. So, well, I hope I look good. Anyway, I'm trying to keep them kind of brushed up so I can see you. Anyway, there you are. I can see. Uh, all of the technical aspects. It's fun. Technical aspects of having a stream. Sometimes I wonder where the um, I wonder where the profit is. Certainly not. Certainly not. I never thought about being money. I never went the monetized route because I knew I would probably be demonetized pretty quickly. With what I talk about and stuff, I probably wouldn't be monetized for very long. So, you know how that is. I'm like, why even try? You know, because I say a lot of things that some people get very upset with. Now let's see if I can get myself on YouTube here so that I can see you guys chatting because it doesn't like to show me in big enough letters. It's really annoying. So hang on. I should be there. Ah, here I am live. Yay. Okay, I'm here. We're all here. Have I got it turned down so it's not an echo chamber? Hello, aloha. Aloha, Hook. Hello, Elderberry. Great to see you too, honey. Thank you. Yeah, I wore this because I knew you'd like it. Hello, Zeke. Hi, sexy, sassy, and there. Yes, I am. I managed to make it on before too late. Um, who are you? Uh, who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. Can you read? It's up there. It's on the channel, sweetie. I am the ocean of the oceans, Deeboo. Who are you? How do you do? It's on the channel, sweetie. But so I was a little somber last time. I was still reeling from the effects of it was a very the eclipse we had was a strong one. Let's put it that way. I'll put it in very nice terms. Uh, it wasn't necessarily that easy of one to get through. So, a roller coaster ride, exactly. That's exactly what I've been feeling too. Uh, well, Zeke, you look gray. Anyway, okay, so like it matters. Um, I I don't like my bangs this short, but it'll change. Just wait, it'll change. Anyway, yep, all over the place. Yep. What? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's the thing about hair. It'll change. It'll change. It'll either get longer, fall out, or you can cut it. One or the other is what is going on here. There, that's a little better. Anyway, so Mr. Wonderful is here, and he's all primed for having his belly rubbed. So he's loving life. He just had some of his lovely perpite, which I make him homemade every single week. He gets fresh perpite made from rotisserie chicken, ground up very fine and made into kitty cat soft serve, which he is very fond of. And he's so particular now that it must be chilled to a certain point or he doesn't want to eat it. He's very picky now. I've got to have it chilled overnight, and then it's good. It's not good until it's chilled overnight. So that's my little buckaroo there. So what? Hey, Emily. Hello, Aunt Dog. Hello. From the Black Men in Los Angeles. Well, hello, Aunt Dog. That's interesting. Okay, Elderberry. Thanks, Elderberry. And Hook. Yeah, some of us are old here. Just get over it. You don't like that. Oh well. Yeah. Not everybody is a young sprout on the internet. Not everybody is young and dumb. There are some old dumb people too, but we aren't them. Yes, he's my little baby. I was just saying today how lucky I am, and that I knew how to revive him, because when I got him, he wasn't well. He wasn't well. He was sick. He was very, very obese. Poor little fella. And for a cat, this is really hard because they don't have quite the same bone structure like we do that can take that sort of thing. For kitty cats, they're mostly cartilage. They have cartilage in a lot of places. We have bone. And being overweight for them is really, really hard and really bad. I mean, humans can kind of handle it, but kitties have a really rough time being a kitty and doing kitty cat things. And it's all because of what he was eating. All I had to do was put him on good food. And he just naturally dropped the pounds. So easy. Just put him on meat. No grain. And he just got better. So easy for them. Yeah, he's a happy baby now. He is probably going to by far outlive the usual cat years. He's probably going to make it past 15 is the average. I think he'll probably make it on the high side. He'll make it on the high side of that. Probably at least 17, 18 years. The way he's going. even though he's still got the curvature of the spine from when he had the big mats that I took out. You can sort of see it. I don't know. Let's see if you can see. You can see it here the way, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong angle, but right here, he's got like his spine dents right in. That's where those mats were that I took out. And it permanently curved his spine like that. So he's a lucky boy. He's doing as good as he is. You can even feel it right here. You can tell it ain't right. I cannot believe people just let that go. Just let them get as hard as rocks. The mats. You had to know that was wrong. I don't know why nobody took them out. Oh, is she? Mm-hmm. Hi, Remy. Yeah, it's a kitty cake. Kitty. Baby cake. Well, a little bit of love and care, and you know they really thrive. It doesn't take very much. Just love and some good food in there. They get right as rain. Yep. Barring any other problems, major problems. But he had some issues, but we got rid of them. Good nutrition, a lot of love, some little bit of care. But he belonged to a woman before who didn't know anything about cats. Hey! Cheers and blessings, Alexander. You got the account back. Yay! Hi. Oh my goodness. Little Jenny. Yeah, he didn't eat the perpite at first. He wanted he was an addict to his canned food. But I put a little bit of canned food in with the perpite. Just enough that it smelled and tasted similar. But now he doesn't want anything to do with the canned food. No, sir. No, he wants his perpite ground real fine and from the freezer, so it's like soft serve. Or from the fridge. It has to be at least like a few hours of sitting in the fridge, getting really cold and sitting up. So we put a little bit of the bone broth in with that. And so he's getting a real good kitty cocktail of meat and collagen, so he's going to be doing better than a lot of humans. So, Alexander here. Let me see if they'll let me make you blue. Come on. Oh, please. Okay, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Okay, so that you can put links into your channel if you want. Yeah, you had to make a new account. Oh, geez. They just keep giving you a heck of a time, don't they? I'm lucky I'm still on. Some of the things I do and say, I could really have had myself in some trouble. So, I'm lucky. Yeah, he needs blue. Oh, say something, Alex. Let's see if it worked. I can't tell really. It's so weird the way they got things now. Um, there you go. Yeah. Trouble is your middle name? I thought it's I thought it started with a T, not a D. Drubble. Yes, you are blue. Okay. Well, cheer up. I look weird with too short back. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Anyway, to me, but you know what? We're our own worst critic, aren't we? Aren't we always? Aren't we always our own worst critic? That we look at ourselves and just pick ourselves apart. What the heck is wrong with us? You know? Isn't it silly? We're silly. Um, anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about is I wanted to bring up anybody having any weird syncs or um, any weird ascension symptoms, happenings. We're supposedly in a portal traveling. Where I do have some news for those of you who are listening to me actually like talk about news. Um, from what I understand, we're being migrated gradually, and um, it's not going to be as abrupt as it was going to be. It's going to be a little bit, how can I say, more gentle of a migration process than originally it was going to be. But many people are coming around. And that is pretty big part of what is happening for that. Now, Alex, I really want to have you up. I'm going to have to. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Derek told me that StreamYard got bought out. And since they got bought out about a year ago, it's been going downhill. It's the same old story. Somebody makes a product, they're doing really good, it's a good product, people love it. Somebody else comes along, says, hey, let me buy that. They sell it, and the people who buy it turn it to shit. So there you go. Now I'm going to have to find another way to do this that works, because for some reason, you know what though, I'm going to try. We're going to see if I can hear Alex, but if I can't, Alex, are you wanting to come in for a few minutes if we can get you in? If we can get StreamYard to work. Let me see. Where are the control? No, that's right. This isn't StreamYard. This is freaking... I can't do it. This is YouTube. Why doesn't YouTube have that? Arg. We're gonna find a way to do that. You got your telescope? Yeah, I know. I really want to do that. Hi, Monica Soto. How are you doing? Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't. I'm not on StreamYard though. Gosh, doggone it. I'd have to start a new stream. Hmm. Oh, I'm fine. Well, I haven't been entirely fine. It's been a little rough with this. Um, the sun doing the cha-cha the way it has been, and I mean we're in eclipse season, and although a lot of wonderful things are happening, I'm getting a lot of synchronizations. Are you guys? I'm seeing repeating numbers like all the freaking time. I'm seeing 444, 333 all the freaking time. Mm-hmm. Are you guys? And I'm now today they had a test of the fire alarm system. And I had forgotten that they warned us it was going to be today. And I was in taking a shower. And that thing went off. And I'm like, ah! And I startled. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the shower. I can't be running out like soaking wet and, I have to put something on. And then I remembered, oh yeah, they did warn us they were going to test it. So now this is the really weird thing. It started exactly at 11:11. Yes. That alarm went off exactly at 11:11. And it didn't go off until 11:13. So, Alex, you tell me, is that pretty interesting? Those numbers right there. Um, since we're talking about numbers. Not only that, Alex, but our new Lyran Council contact named Melrose, his name comes out to a 33. What do you think of that? Go ahead and check it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 11:11 is a door. I think it was trying to give me a message too. Maybe there will be a false alarm on the 11:11. Maybe. Maybe it was trying to say there'll be a false alarm on the 11:11. It'll last until 11:13. But don't worry, it's just a false alarm. Yeah, because I remembered, oh yeah, they warned us it was going to be a false alarm. And we have been warned that there are going to be some false alarms. So I don't know. I'm keeping it in the back of my mind. Let's see what happens. It could be. So I'm thinking this 11:11. I'm going to have cards tonight. If somebody wants it, it's to celebrate eclipse, and now that the major eclipse is over and we're not, swamped under by, I'll pull some cards for people, and we'll use the pendulum if we need to and try to get some questions answered if you have any. Um, so let's see. Last time we remote viewed Three Eye Atlas a little bit with mixed results. Some of us We didn't 100% agree on what was inside 3i Atlas. Was it entirely a comet, or was there some kind of a craft in there? So it wasn't across the board, as I recall, that we agreed on what was going on with 3i Atlas. I think Melrose has something to do with it. So if his numerology is 33, master teacher, that's going to be, and that's going to be pretty special. That reduces to 6, very spiritual. And then well, you tell me, Alexander, Melroze. Let's see what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Well, Alexander, I was just talking about today. They had a test of the fire alarm system in our building. And strangely enough, I was in the shower when it happened. So it scared me at first. I was like, ah, bad timing. But we had been warned that they were going to test it. So, oh God, it's only the test. Good. But it was at 11:11 that it started. And then I watched the clock to make sure it started exactly at 11:11, ended exactly at 11:13. I think it means something, but I'm not sure. I think it was some kind of message from the universe. But we'll see what happens on 11:11. So is some kind of false alarm going to happen on 11:11? Yeah, you saw Mars. I remember that much. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're from New Zealand. Cool. I had friends in New Zealand for a while, online. I always wanted to visit New Zealand. For one thing, there are no mosquitoes. But I hear there are other bugs, though, that bite there that are just as bad, but they're not mosquitoes. She's from Vegas. You from Vegas? Vegas? Vegas. Some of the people are. They're pretty vague ass. But not Hook. She's not vague at all. She's not a vague one. That is exactly what I got. See? It's exactly what I got. Alex, we're on the same page. And Melrose was the name of our lineman contact. And he sent us a message saying they were going to meet us physically this time. And that was a couple of shows. That was about 3 shows ago that he showed up. After I did some star language, and it sounded different, and I said, somebody else is here than usual. Him and also a guy, okay, he looks like a leopard. He's a leopard spotted guy. And then there was also a panther that was not talking, but he was in the background. A panther looking guy. And he might have been Orxa. I mean, there is a channel that has a contact called Orxa that is a panther. It might have been Orxa if that's, But, yep, I got the same thing. Yeah, Vegas. But that's okay. I call vegans vague ones. Because if they don't get enough B12, they get really vague. They get like, uh, uh, actually, B12 deficiency can really hurt you. I went through that when I was a kid. I went through a vegan period, and my parents scared the heck out of my parents. But because I got sick, I wouldn't eat meat, got sick. So, um, I tried it again later on. I didn't do well that time either. I'm just not made for it. Some people do okay. I don't. Climate change is for stupid people. I don't know. The climate does change, but I mean, it's normal. I mean, it changes normally. We have solar system weather, basically. We have periods when we have warmer and cooler weather. Now it's getting cooler again, and the ice caps are reforming. So, yeah, now what are they going to say? You know, and for a while they just couldn't make up their minds, could they? It's global warming, it's global cooling, it's climate change, it's nothing you can do much about, fella. You can only do a little bit because we have seasons. Our whole solar system has seasons. That's just the way it is. It's like the planet has seasons, the solar system has seasons. That's the way it is. Um, yeah, it's always changing. Always. Mm-hmm. Try to sabotage Trump. Oh, and then the escalator or whatever that was not working. Oh, good Lord. Petty bullshit that they tried to do. I heard a little bit about it. I didn't even watch. I was too busy knocked out. I don't know what I was busy doing today. But I was out doing something. And probably was something not very nice because I don't remember it. And they don't let me remember the stuff that'd scare me. That'd really horrify me. So I must have been working on something that would be pretty scary. But because I have no memory whatsoever what I was doing. But I know I was out. So something was going on for the last few days. Yeah, what happened to respecting the president no matter what? I mean, back in the day, the president was the president. Whether you really liked him or agreed with him or not, he was the president, and you had some respect for him. Whatever. His speech was priceless. Yes, the awakening is happening, yes. Very. He told them exactly what they're doing. Okay, can somebody put it in a nutshell for me? He's not falling for the bullshit. Well, he generally don't, which makes me so happy. Can you imagine Sometimes if I really want to give myself nightmares, I imagine what it would be like under hairy ass. Oh my God. Not me. I wouldn't want to live there. Anybody stuck in that timeline? I no. I cannot imagine. Actually, the problem is I can't imagine, truthfully. And it ain't good. Because you can't word salad your way through with Putin and Xi. They would have treated her like what she is, basically. Yeah, they wouldn't have respected her at all. And we'd probably already have somebody's boot on our neck. Probably would have been taken over by now, by somebody. My money is on China trying to do that. I don't think China is really our friend, but, you know, Trump has got to be friendly. It's politics. You know, many bloodsuckers. You got to deal with politics. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're not backing countries who buy oil from China. Good. I pretty much trust him to be a tough character. He is not a wimp, and thank God. Because, you know, people, the other powers in the world, the other leaders, they respect power. They're male. They're very much into power and control. Being, you know, not having that edge, God, that would be rough. Yeah, Trump's got an edge, and you really need it with these guys. You have got to have an edge. You have got to have, and you've got to be a little bit smarter, and you've got to be a little ahead of the game. You cannot be a wimp or namby-pamby with them. It just don't work. Mm-hmm. Hi, Hasna. What's up? Be nice. Fair warning, be nice. Oh, the UN financed the immigration into our country and also Europe of people from third world countries that are basically gang members and criminals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nobody deserves hell, and Jesus is not the one who will ever send you there. Sorry. Want me to disprove? Look, I read the Bible when I taught myself to read. I was reading before I went to school. One of the first things I read was the Bible. I was in a Christian household. I read a very different book than some of you because of that, because I read it without being front-loaded with propaganda first. But let me tell you something. Jesus was not even his name because the letter J was not even invented back in those days. You need, if you really believe in that book, and you really believe in Jesus, then you have to find out for yourself. But his name could not be Jesus because that is a Zeus derivative, and the Hebrews did not name their kids after Greek gods. So while I have respect for you to be able to believe whatever you want to believe, if you come in here and try and tell us we're all condemned to hell, I will tell you you're full of shit, because God never made hell. There is nowhere in the Bible that it says God ever made hell. Find it. Show it to me. God never made hell. It's not in there. You see? You come at me. You're coming at somebody who knows a thing or two. And I saw the conflicts, and I decided to find out what was really going on with that. I even asked, because I didn't know at that time his name couldn't be Jesus, but Jesus knows who you mean. The one called Jesus, his name would have really been more like Yeshua or Ishus. He was called Isis in some places. The miracle worker. Yes. But those stories were taken from much earlier texts. I studied it all. So, we're not afraid of hell. No. You end up having the review and judging yourself. Enough people have come back, been resuscitated and revived, whatever, from their near-death experiences to tell us this. We know what happens on the other side. The work of Ruth Cannon. Wait a minute. Dolores Cannon. Yeah, and there are some regressionists even now who have taken people between lives, and we know what happens between lives. So don't even try and scare anybody here. And I really hope, for your sake, that the truth does come out about all that too, so that you don't always think that you are going to be doomed to hell. It's one of the worst things that the church has done to humanity, is put that in their mind. Along with, we are not worthy, in the Catholic, I'm sorry. One of the biggest problems right now is people not feeling they're worthy. It's really been harmful to the human psyche. The UN financed the immigration. So if somebody comes in here and starts talking religion, okay, we'll talk it. I mean, seriously, we'll talk it then. Okay, I'll go over here and mark it so that I can see you later. See it later. I'll put it as a watch later type thing. Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. I went back to the wrong video. We're at the one with the pretty dragon here. But I think I'm wearing the same, almost the same thing. Hawkeye had a heart attack. Tell him I'm sorry. He can't hear me when I go to his channel. Tell him I'm sorry to hear that. And we'll send some energy out so that he can feel better. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sending some energy and some angels to Hawkeye. Go help him out. Mild attack. Okay, at least it was mild. Glad it was mild. So, anybody else getting the weird syncs? Anybody else getting the weird effects from the season that we're in? Okay. You guys are something else. Vertigo real bad, yes. I didn't want to say it first. Anybody else getting the vertigo? Like, it's more like, to me, well, vertigo is one way to put it, but it's more like, am I walking on the ground? I'm not sure. You know, it makes it darn hard to walk, some of these effects. Can't even take a walk, yeah. I've been having that too. Well, maybe we are. Probably. I really have a feeling. Now, this used to happen too. There was a teacher I used to go to. Her name was Rika Zimmerman. And some of the stuff that she did when we would do, I do the clearings and stuff. She would do clearings on us, and sometimes she would do the clearings in such a way that we felt like afterwards several of us reported, I can't walk. I can't walk normally. What the hell? Because there's something about the shift when you change frequency. It's some kind of a frequency shift, and you'll find that it your normal way of doing things isn't quite working. And one of the side effects is just what you're experiencing. So there's a frequency shift going on. Cool. Dizziness and yeah, it was a trip. I betcha. What kind of craft? What kind of craft did you see? I think it's really interesting. And it looks to me, if I'm reading this right, they're going to be sending out little scout ships, smaller ships that are going to be coming into our atmosphere. Now the big ship, it's not too big. It would actually not be good. There is no way they could ever one of the bigger ships, you don't park those ever on a planet. You just don't. They're made for space. They're too big to park on a planet. But then what you do is you have smaller craft that can be sent out of them, and then that is what lands. And it's just like Star Trek. Remember, they have the shuttlecraft, right? That they would always take out. So that has been basically carried through many science fiction shows, and they've showed us. And, you know, a lot of these, that is actually the way it is. Oddly enough, it's been a sort of a soft disclosure. It's not unlike a lot of the things we see in science fiction shows. But this is because it stands to reason, doesn't it? Ah, that's right, we're on the planet. Oh, it was silver. It disappeared and then it reappeared. Oh, that's cool. 3 times. Aloha, Uncle Joe. How you doing? Yeah, we are the aliens. Actually. Then you find out that they've been dealing, the intraterrestrials and the extraterrestrials have all been dealing with Sasquatch. Because Sasquatch are the real owners of the planet, or not owners, what were you, stewards of the planet, not us. What a joke on the humans. Intelligent life? Yeah, that's a Sasquatch. Humans? Not so much. Only some humans. That's so funny. Dolly! Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. Yeah, Alex came in. We're a you of a man? You of a man. Okay. Mm-hmm. You man, me woman. Okay. Okay. Monica. Who's Monica? Mankind. Sasquatch. Sasquatch. Did you? Cool. I've run into, I have mine spoke with Mom Squatch, the one I call Mom Squatch. She is a sweet, sweetheart. I mean, very sweetheart. Loves people. Says they've known me since I was a kid. Reminded me of all the times that they've been around that I didn't know. Put memories into my mind so that I could remember and wonder. All those times I wondered who was around, that I felt like somebody was around, but I didn't know who it was. It was them. They have known me since I was a little girl. And I didn't know. Hi, Monica. I don't see a Monica in the chat. So, hi, Monica, if you're there. I can't see you. YouTube is a funny old app, you know that? It does a lot of crazy shit, okay? I'm so glad to see you, Dolly. I tried to call you to make sure everything was okay with you. Although, Now, 5 strands have been found. There are people alive right now with 5-stranded DNA. That was actually about 20 years ago that they found that. So there may be more now. There may even be some with more strands plugged in. And here's the really cool thing. It doesn't have to be born in. Strange things can happen, like very traumatic incidents can happen that will suddenly spark your DNA to reconnect. So, sometimes I think that's what's actually going on. When people come back like I did, had a really bad accident where I died and came back different. I think that happened. Probably more of my DNA got triggered. No, I wasn't abducted as a child. I grew up in Ohio. In Ohio here we have mini parks. I live right now within 5 minutes of 3 different parks. If you go a little bit farther, you can hit way more. We have parks and parks and parks in Ohio. A lot of forest area. And perfect landscape for the Sasquatch. A lot of water, a lot of game, a lot of uneven territory so they can hide. Just perfect. Perfect for them. Caves, you know, we have everything perfect for them. So this is a Sasquatch playground, basically, I am told. And just perfect for them. Great big ravines so they can travel without being seen. Even though they blend in really well. And they can pull some mind tricks on us too to get us to not see them. I have some pictures. I've shown them to people, but they're very, very hard to see because they're that good at blending in. Mostly you see the shadows. Oh, you were abducted. Yeah, me too. But I wasn't, were you abducted as a child? You mean by ETs? Some kind of ET by Grace, unfortunately. Yes, me and my father both. If you mean that. Okay, you're stressing out. Okay, that's okay. So, you're going to Cleveland Heights. Oh, okay. Hi, Lewis. Were you abducted, Joe, when you were younger by, like, Grays or something? Because, yeah, me and my dad both were, but I think it was my whole family, though. But I know that my dad and I had the nosebleeds. I had the, if you end up with a welt behind your ear, that's another telltale sign. Nosebleeds, that's the trackers they put in your nasal cavity. No, they weren't too kind. Not at all. The welt is to knock you out. You know what? Uh-oh. Yeah, if it's right here, right behind here is usually where it ends up, is behind the ear. usually. Oh boy. Yeah, sometimes they F you up. They mess you up. Could have been, it could even have been something that, yeah. Oh, interesting. Well, you had surgery. Well, that explains a lot. You keep getting hit. I don't like to hear that. Either that or it triggered something that now you have recurring. They're not very gentle. Half the time we get treated like specimens. Even by the nicer ones. Skin burn marks. Oh no. You need... Have you greeted your place with selenite like I told you to? Because if you're not, I'm going to have to spank you. I have told you. I haven't had trouble since I greeted my place. And I have declared it off limits. But then again, I am no longer at breeding age, so I'm not very interesting. Once you get past a certain age where you don't have any eggs left, they're not that interested in you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so various things I have used. Noxzema medicated cream helps. Just takes some of the sting out. Calamine lotion. Another old-timey thing that works. There is this stuff I get called fibro cream. It works on so many things. It really, especially the skin burning thing. Because I get that, the skin burn, where it's like it's burnt. But I think that is some kind of an allergy. That seems to be an allergy from a lectin. You gotta be careful. You know, plants have lectins because they don't want to get eaten any more than anybody else does. It's their defense. Plants have lectins. And if you're allergic to that lectin, it's going to hurt you. So there are some things, like I have to be really careful with anything from the tomato and pepper variety, family, because it has solanine, and I have trouble with solanine. So if you know what your lectins are, but then there are other allergens, sometimes really hard to pin down. Yeah. Well, good for you. Mm-hmm. Tylenol. Mm. Lysol compress. Yeah, and sometimes warm and cold alternating packs do help with things if you need circulation in an area especially. Yeah, there are some drawing things that draw things out. It's terrible that we have to do this. It's not fair. I used to wake up in a puddle of blood from my nose. I'm not the only one. Other people have reported the same thing. They're not gentle. They just throw you back in, bleeding out from the nose. My dad almost died of it because the doctor couldn't get the bleeding to stop right away. It was pretty bad. And several times he almost died. Yeah, keep your frequency high. They hate that. That's right, fear is not your friend. Well, being poked in the chest, there's a lot of things. I haven't had, I told you guys how to get over the physical stuff as much as possible. Grid your place with the selenite. It's cheap. If it's bothering you, selenite helps. They don't like it. Throws too much light, it blinds them. Their eyes can't take a lot of light, you know. One of the biggest things we have is light. You're pretty bright. Me too. Apparently I am. I haven't seen Angel Wings much. Once in a while I see her on John's. I see her at John's. I haven't even seen any of her videos come up on my feed. So I don't know what's going on with her. She was coming around for a while and she just wasn't. Well, yeah, the dragons are trying to help everybody right now. Well, at least all of their kin. They're very active now. The dragons are 100% back. Anybody who doesn't think so, think again. The dragons are back. And they are helping their own. Oh, gosh. Oh, here we go. Now this is different. It's not a ringing in this ear or that ear. The ringing sound feels like it's coming from my spine. It sounds like it's ringing. Tinkle. but very high pitched, very fast. So somebody's here. Somebody wants to talk. Okay, my guides are around me. Protect me. Only people working within divine will and the light, only beings that are working within the light. Oh, here we go. I don't know who this is. Maybe you'll tell me. No. There it goes again, the bells. Wow. Okay, this is different. This is different than I usually hear. Something entirely different. Okay, so what's going on? Yeah, I'm kind of drifting. I feel like I'm kind of half here and half not. That usually happens just before somebody decides to come through. Okay, it's building up, so any minute now, we're going to have a transmission of some kind. Oh, that's weird, Uncle Joe. YouTube did that to you. We didn't do that. It's not showing any of my mods did that. Or did they? I don't know. Oh, you did? Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Here we go, guys. Yeah, this is a very strange process and different than what I'm used to. I'm seeing a panther, but not a live one yet. It's a symbol. It's a symbol of a panther. A jaguar. Not exactly a panther. Black jaguar. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anduk odokoruraya. Hurro maparpiar. Orea nikade korro. Farra birbaria. Fr oniberiara. Yara gara uraya. Koraya ba pobrera. Raya. Yara koraya. Brr, ingadaya. Brr, ya. Maproparer. Ivarar mabdiya mitkaroro. Brr. Nidar kara. Aya. Braya. Braya. Toko. This is the other one. Toko. That's a different one. What's going on, guys? Can you tell me? What is this about? There's more than one of you here. It's going to take some time to land. You mean the info? Yeah. Okay, he's not talking about a ship. He's talking about the info to unpack. Okay, we just got something. It'll take a little while before we make sense of it. It was encoded and compressed. It'll decompress. It's like a zip file. How interesting. Cosmic zip files. I've had them before. That's the other one, the usual one. It's a blessing. Varium means as so it is. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting very strong vibe. Yeah, we are going to be under attack. It's going to get worse. The month of, the whole next month, maybe not shifting events as quickly as the previous months, but there will be a lot of attacks. I mean, for a while there, it was like as soon as the news of one thing came out, something else was happening. Then news was shifting day to day to day, right? There's the bells again. Okay, so it's really heavy. Yes, and this is weird. It's not in my ears. It's in my, now it's in the back of my spine. Yeah, it's in the back. Ring, ring, ring. Okay, so things are shifting. And there are going to be a lot of attacks, and you need to take care of yourself. You need to do all the things that we've been told to take care of ourselves, but also the further message that your guides are with you. They're watching over you. All you have to do is ask, and you'll receive help. You'll either receive it in the help of immediate help, or you'll receive help in the form of getting some information that is going to help you to take care of yourself, take care of it yourself on the physical plane or on the etheric plane. So be aware of that. You're going to get messages too. Some of it's going to be immediate help. Some of it's going to be that you're going to find the right things that are going to help you. Otoko. Okay, and we're going to be getting transmissions a lot more. Pay attention, like Lewis, seeing things, seeing visions of orange. Orange is usually sacral chakra. Something to do with the sacral chakra, which is the sexual chakra, also called. It's the second one. Oh gosh, every time they say that, Dolly, every time they say, oh, Lewis, Ascension didn't come. What did I tell you? I've been right about everything, doggone it. Oh dear. You've got reading glasses, yay! Very interesting. Oh yeah, It's not going to be, what did I tell you? It's not going to be like some people say it's going to be. Ascension and rapture and all that. People have entirely the wrong idea. Can't believe what's free. Hang on. Oh, apocalypto. Oh, apocalypto. Okay. I got it saved to watch later. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, they're making a lot of movies available now that weren't available before, so it's really cool. I'm finally catching up on some things I wanted to see years ago but couldn't see them because they were expensive. Now they're cheap or free. Okay. There aren't too many people here. If you want, I'll bust out the card deck or I'll get out the pendulum if you have any questions. Psyche, how are you doing, sweetheart? How are you doing? Your channel looks excellent, by the way. I need to pick your brain about how you're doing it, because I know you're making some cool mini movies there for your intro and outro. I want to move to that kind of thing. What streaming are you using to be able to do that? Yeah, I need to know some of these technical things. I don't know how to do that. I'm very bad at that right now. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's nice to see you here. I usually try to come over to your place when I see it. Yes, I would love to know how you're doing all that. That's great. What apps are you using? I know you're not a rich guy, so you're probably not using really expensive ones, which means I might be able to do something like that. Mm-hmm. Restreamer Streamlabs. Okay. Lewis is saying. Um, so anyway, if anybody wants cards tonight, the Earth Magic cards are available. If not, that's okay too. I also can pull out a pendulum and get some answers that way if anybody has questions. How do I get in touch with you? Okay, wait a minute. Oh dear. Why is that doing that? Okay, that's really crazy. Let me see. By the way, Mr. Wonderful, there he is. You can actually see his face. Okay. My Okay, hey, I got Pipio, whatever it is. Okay. Now it's got its own little tab. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm I'm oceandiana@gmail. Oh, cool. I can go to your website and use the contact and leave my number or email. Okay. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we need to get together. You know what? I think I need to get on some shows because I've been getting transmissions from otherworldly beings. And I think it's kind of important because some of them are trying to help us understand what's coming up. And it seems to me like that's kind of important. They're always doing things like that live and on the show. Okay, hang on. Let me see if it came up. Oh, where in the heck is my mail? There it is. I usually have to put all mail. It's not coming up. I have all mail. Why isn't it coming up? oceandiana@gmail. Come on. All I'm seeing is Facebook from Chris. Is it coming up in spam? There's nothing in spam. It's not coming up in spam. It's not coming up. Darn. Well, that sucks. I don't see anything from you. Psyche, sucks. Okay. oceandiana@gmail, yes, and no letters or numbers after it. Yeah, there's the delay. Isn't that ridiculous? We have to put up with a delay like that. When you know it should be instantaneous. This is the internet after all. Okay, Deborah on Facebook. Just a bunch of Facebook. Oh well, I'll check it later. Hopefully it's there. But yeah, I'll come over and look for you over on your channel if not. So, how have you been? Sent again. He'll probably show up way late. You know, oh, End Times Productions? Yeah, I have them. I'm subscribed to them, I think. Okay, sweetie. Thank you. Psyche, but you're doing so well. I'm so good. Blah. You're doing so good. I'm glad to see you. I can't even talk. Here's the baby. Your daily dose of cute kittiness. Let me pet him a little bit. We get that purr motor going so it can be sending out the healing love. The healing love purrs. From his perspective. Oh, you're so cute. He's a pretty happy cat. He just got a belly full of perpite before we came in. He loves his perpite. He's extremely spoiled. Weapons. It looks amazing. Weapons. No. You want a clean kitty. Everybody does, right? Oh dear. MK Ultra and clowns. Oh geez. Like Clown World? Oh. Yeah, I keep special emojis on hand when I want to make a comment that doesn't actually sit. I keep these emojis handy. So, can't trust clowns. Creepy clowns in the woods. Ooh. Wow, if I don't want to sleep, right? Don't watch it read just before you go to sleep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if it's free, we'll find it. So anyway, what I'm getting out of the whole thing that's been happening lately is we do have family coming. They are going to be getting in touch with us, and I think it looks like next year. Well, they're getting in touch with us psychically right now. That's what's going on right now. But they'll be getting in touch with us physically this time when they make it here. And he said, remember he said, Melrose said that they couldn't take the portal system all the way because some of the portals were in dispute. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but sounds like the transportation is having its tie-ups and is probably have something to do with the very last of the Lyran-Orion War holdouts. You're related to the first clown, Joseph Grimaldi. Related to him how? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, the Atlas Comet. Three-Eye Atlas. Yeah, I got a transmission from the Lyran Council from a guy named Melrose. He says call him Melrose because we can't pronounce his name. But Melrose is good enough. And guess what Melrose is, Psyche? Numerologically, you do the numerology of it, he's 33, a master teacher. You know, he says that they are going to contact us physically this time. Not to be afraid, People are going to try and make us afraid. Don't be afraid. Um, and yeah, I guess they're going to try Project Bluebeam. Try and make us all think that we're being attacked and we're being, you know, bullshit, basically, you know, baloney. But 3i Atlas is not really a comet. As far as I can tell, it's a ship. And there are I'm hearing that there are other objects moving with it. Those are little smaller craft too, some of them. Not all of them. I think it's dragging some debris along with it as well. Maybe. Grimaldi blood. Yeah. You have a list of words to calculate? You keep a list of words? Well, Melrose, it comes to 33. I couldn't come up with this myself. But of course breaks down to 6, which is very spiritual. So 33 is a master teacher. 6 is very spiritual, also on the spiritual plane. So that kind of goes with what I was getting from him. Very loving energy, very kind, very protective. He said, don't worry, we're going to be safe, we're going to be protected. They're not going to let their children get hurt. Okay, and they're not going to come and hurt their children. Where they see us as their family. Or me and probably a lot of you, and maybe all of you, they see us as family, the Lyran. And in truth, I guess many of us descended from Lyrans. They're one of the oldest species. Even the Pleiadians descended from the Lyran. So, and then to find out that my mother and father, my real mother and father of my spirit, are both dragons. One is a winged lion, and the other looks like a winged lion. And the other one looks like a giant solar dragon. So, surprise! I have some transmissions from mother and father way back in the beginning of this channel. And guess what? It's from them. It turns out 6 years later, they show up and let me know who they are. They didn't want me to see them at first because probably I would have gotten the wrong idea. But now I'm ready to see them. So I saw them, and it was a surprise. It was like, seriously. But I got a very loving feeling from them, although they don't look anything like us. But they are family somehow. So go figure. Somehow. If you run a program in the background, it helps with your chi? Really? I think they are, Saki. Gematria. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it Richard who ran the Gematria? And the first 2 entries for Melrose were Reset and Noah's Ark. I mean, I looked at that list, and that was a wild list. Maybe next time I'll bring in the Gematria. I have the numerology on Melrose. But if the person he was with, if the being he was with was Oxa, uh, then that's another channel's contact. And then maybe that is Oxa getting in touch with us too. Maybe that's who is the commander of the ship or somebody. But he's on the Lyran Council too, and it really looks like a black jaguar. Mm. Well, the Anunnaki were a little different, but yeah, I think the Anunnaki are... Well, the Anunnaki have to be our forefathers from what I conjecture. They used some of their genetic material to enhance a life form that was here and create the human species. Supposedly. So, you're a 9, I'm a 7. Yeah, our forefathers are kind of, guess what? Our relatives, our forefathers are coming back. Yeah, there are free gematria calculators online. Number games with Zach. Okay, well, if you want to come into our posts, because we have a new social area now on YouTube, and drop your information and your links, you can go ahead and do that. Or you're one of my Patreons, you can come in and put it on our Patreon. But oh, the life path number. Where did Alex go? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. You know where you can even get it? ChatGPT will even calculate it for you. Even that. It's that easy. Probably could do the gematria too. But ChatGPT is where I got the numbers on Melrose. Wait a minute, let me find the Melrose numbers. I'll look it up this way. Okay, here it is. Melrose. Using the Pythagorean, you just add up the letters with A being 1, B being 2, C being 3, D being 4. You got it, Dolly? And it keeps repeating like that all the way up to Z, which is 8. Then you add them up. Melrose adds up to 33. 4, 5, 3, 9, 6, 1, 5, 33. Master number 33, if you reduce it, you get 6. Extra useful breakdown. Because it's just making a note. You like tidy files. Name number, whole name is 33. Master, teacher, and healer. High leadership, service, responsibility. Big empathy, but also big expectations. Soul urge vowels. You count the vowels then for the soul urge, okay? that he's got EOE, which is 565. 16 comes to 7. Inward mystical seeker fits the star language, dreamborn teaching. Personality consonants. The personality is coming from the consonants. So then you just count the consonants. Authority, protector, structural power, that's 8. Majestic spotted cat, posture checks out. And that's what he looks like, majestic spotted cat. Teacher, healer, who expects you to act. Not hand-holding mystic fluff. Big compassion, but also big responsibility. He shows the path and expects reciprocity. The 6th side makes him nurturing of the home and harmony oriented, but with a mission. He's inwardly aligned to mystical knowing. First, subtle transmissions, like mind speaking star language, and likes working behind the scenes. Personality 8, outwardly authoritative and protective. The posture of a guardian who can hold doors and manage logistics. Hence the portal disputes language. He can steward power and resources. And that matches your encounter. Protective, teacherly presence, that would be 33, 6, and 8. Mind language and mystical tone, that would be 7. We're coming physically, but the route is messy, logistical authority problem. The 8 would handle that kind of structure. 33 shows the moral rationale for doing it. It's a perfect fit. So yes, the numerology and live impression are singing the same song. So basically, his numerology with the name Melrose exactly corresponds to the kind of character message I was getting from him, to the way I was feeling, to the way he was talking to me, everything. To the way he looked, everything corresponds exactly to that numerology. Go right ahead, baby. Go on. Okay, baby cake. You can come back up when you're ready. You okay, baby? Probably has to go to the bathroom, or he's got to get something to eat. Suddenly, like, I'm empty, I got to go eat some more. It just gives me, it says, just gives you another little tidy proof to tuck into your file, yes. And so it does. So there. So that's like the 4th or 5th time I've mentioned Melrose. If anybody ever gets it, anybody ever actually hears it. Okay. Hello, Miss Gamer Mouse. Yeah, it's a lot easier on a computer. I need a computer really bad. My life word, oh God help me. I'm trying to be very patient. This is the 5th or 6th time I've had a show, but I've explained it a lot of times. Melrose is the name I was given for the spotted cat being who is a Lyran from the Lyran Council. Melrose is what he wanted me to call him. It's not my life path number. I have been saying this. I don't know why. People can't hear it. It's weird. It's really weirding me out, man. It's like no matter how many times I explain this, people are not hearing it. They don't hear it. It just goes right by them. It's so weird. I don't know how to tell you anything anymore, because it's like I tell you very plainly and it just, no, it just, you didn't hear it. It's weird. It's driving me up the wall. Somebody please tell me what's going on. I have explained this so many times. Oh God, I don't know. Is something trying to block it? Is there something trying to block the transmission? Is the signal? I don't know. Hi, Richard the Red. Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful just took off. Hello, loves. Hi, Richard the Red and Scotty Boy. Richard the Red. Okay. Bug Richard? When did that happen? Big. Okay. Makes more sense. What happened to Psyche? Did Psyche take off? Psyche must have had to take off or something. Oh no, you're lurking. Lurker. Yeah, I gotta have you on the show too as soon as I get it to where I can actually have people on the show again. It's crazy. My StreamYard is just not cooperating. And I was using StreamYard happily for so long. But now I hear that they got bought out a year ago, so now I'm having trouble. Yeah, I know what you mean, Dolly. But it's so hard. You know, I mean, it's like being up here and I'm trying to channel things. I'm trying to keep up on transmissions. I feel it's important. They want to warn us. They want to help us. They want to reassure us. And to feel like nobody's hearing it. You know, it's hard. It's rough. It's like, oh God, I keep trying to, they're trying to get us to not be afraid and not be fooled. There are people who are going to try and fool us. Okay? And they want us to be reassured. We're going to be taken care of. We're not going to be hurt. As a matter of fact, they have told me repeatedly that I'm 100% taken care of, that no harm will come to me. Fear is not our friend. They repeat that. Fear is not your friend. Caution, discernment, but fear is not your friend. Fearing will only bring the fearsome stuff to you. So we must proceed without fear. I think this is why they're getting in touch with us too, is so that we're not afraid, so that we know better than to fear, but so that we don't get duped, which this is something that's going to try and happen. You know, we got people who are going to try and pull that off, and it's not going to work though, because we're warned. We've been warned, but they're warning us again. It's going to be deceptive. Yes, an FF. A flag that is fake. Whoops. There we go again, right then. It's telling me I'm back on the air. We almost lost the stream there for a minute, just as I was talking about that flag that is fake. So, there you go. Okay. Doing Robert's show from the hospital. Wow. Oh dear. Well, I sent him some healing. Yeah, I know. That's why I hesitated. When he first gave me that name, I'm like, Melrose? Like the TV show? Yeah, Melrose is what he wanted me to call him. It's not his name. We can't pronounce his name. But we have to call him something. And I don't guess Orxa's real name either. But it's something we can call him because we need names to call people. Because we don't mind speak quite as freely as they do. Oh, really? Black Raven Taro. Cool. That'd be cool. I know. I knew that was the very first thing my mind went to, too, Dolly. It's 902. What that has to do with anything? Maybe we should run those numbers and see what happened. Oh, you're $25 a month for... They're charging me $35. I was $25 a month for a long time, but now they're up to $35 a month. Okay, love. Big Justin. Big Justin coming to see you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're trying to talk to you. Okay, that's what I get when they're trying to talk to me. So they're trying to get through to you. There's all kinds of who stopped Mel's Hole. That's just the name of an episode of Coast to Coast. What the heck? Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. Hopefully he's better than Ashtar Sharon, yeah. And you know what? That's just it. Sharon, supposedly Sharon isn't even his real name. He just goes by Ashtar. So it's really doubtful if you're hearing something from Ashtar Sharon that the person knows what they're talking about, supposedly. Now, there's so much in contention with Ashtar. Because I knew some people from the Ashtar frequency a long time ago. Very hard to understand them. One of them was a Zeta. I don't know what to think of that. You know, I don't even know if it was the same Ashtar. There's so much that we don't know. What, Mr. Wonderful? Are you, what? You hear meow, 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 and then you're over ripping your claws into the shaky machine. Why? What has gotten into you, Mr. Cake? Okay. He wants some kind of attention, but who knows why. Well, come on, speak up. What do you want? What are you looking for? You want to come up? You can come up. Come on. Can't be that way. He's being a cat. Little kitty. Little kitty. My sweet baby. Did you hear that? What? Okay, you say so. Blame the depression and the Bluetooth for now. Oh, yeah, he gets so much love. He really does. Yeah, he's just saying hi, I guess. Broke squeaker. Broken squeaker instead of speaker. Oh, no, he's planted himself in the hallway. He was on top of the shaky machine. He likes to sharpen his claws on my, called a vibrating platform. It isn't nearly as sexy as it sounds. Suppose it could be if you did it right. It's to help with balance and stuff because I have severe balance issues even without the crazy shit that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? With the energies and stuff. I already have balance issues. So now I really don't know what's going on. I don't really know what direction is up sometimes. Why don't you come here where they can see you? Oh, I know, because you're a cat. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? But your fur's up my nose, though. Still. Sweet. Sweet little guy. Unless he starts making biscuits. Yeah, the shaky machine. See, I knew Scotty would pick right up on there. Wait a minute, vibrating platform. It sounds like it has potential. He has been up. Actually, we did a whole belly rubbing session with him and everything. You just missed it, Crow. Yeah, if you've never been on the shaky machine, it really makes you feel good, though. It shakes you up. It really, that's what it does. And it helps you improve your balance because you have to, like, hold yourself up on it. You know, it's not as dangerous as one of those balance boards. But I still have to hold on to something when I'm doing it to make sure that I stay upright. But it just shakes around a lot, and it actually shakes you up pretty good, and it's very invigorating, and it feels good, and it burns calories too. So I love it, but he likes to rip it up. Probably because it's a big purr machine. It purrs when it's on. It sounds like it's purring. Ah! Oh gosh. Ah. Ah! Ah! Oh, I can't do the crow caw the way I used to. Ah! I used to. I used to be able to do it really good. Anyway, yeah. Um, so I'll try and be I'll go through this one more time for everybody who just showed up. We have a new Lyran contact from the Lyran Council. He wants to be known as Melrose. It's not really his name. we can't pronounce his name because it's actually not a regular name. But he gave us Melrose as a contact point name. Melrose turns out to have the numerology of a master teacher and healer, 33. Melrose adds to 33. Break it down, it's a 6. Spiritual leader. Okay? It fits. In other words, I had ChatGPT to run his numerology for me. It fits exactly the encounter I had with him. Now, I am not that good at numerology to come up with a name like that exactly fits. But his name does. The name that he chose. But that is the name that he chose to be contacted by. So think of it like a telephone number, sort of. Okay? It's how we ring him up, so to speak. Something we can call him. Okay? So when I say Melrose, hey! And it's working. Wow, so that works. When I say Melrose with intent, I can see him. Hello, Melrose. Have you anything to say? Nothing so new, he says. Just what you have already divined, seen, what we've already come up with and seen, what we saw. Remote viewing that you already know. Through Atlas is not just a comet. Five other ships are coming along. And some other things. I don't understand exactly what I'm seeing, but anything more you want to tell us? No, he pretty much gave us the message. It's just quit worrying so much. It's not going to be nearly as bad as people try to make us think, or as scary, knowing what we know. There are so many of our number that can't wait to meet you. They're relishing the idea of meeting you. It's going to come, though, as a big shock to a lot of people. And they know this. So they're trying to be gentle and get us ready gradually. Because they don't want to give us, they don't want to make things bad first. They don't want to start trouble and riots and panic and all that. They're So they're being as gentle as they can. He's a sweet guy. I like him. And now he's throwing some love my way, too. You are a very kind-hearted being. I can tell. I can feel that. Thanks for caring about us. Because there are some who just don't care. Who used and abused us. Oh, goodness. It's mind speak, so it's not exact. Bet Cowboy could squeak it out. She's epic stallion with you, Crow. Baby Crow. You guys are funny. Big Justin. You're crazy. You're crazy boy, you. Play Cowboy Calls in reverse. Oh, that's an idea. Yeah. Well, Crow, I just kind of said that. It's just a way to tune into his energy. And why Melrose? We need some coordination point. Because we can't say his real name. We can't pronounce it. Well, part of it is because we don't all do mind speak yet. If we did, then we'd be able to hear his real name better. I probably, but you see, a lot of them, their names are not just sounds or letters. Their names are also feelings and pictures. That's the way it is out there. That's why instead of name, people would say, what do you call yourself? It's a magic thing, too. If you know somebody's true name, you do have some power, supposedly, over them. That's that's like old magical lore. But actually, in this case, I think it's mostly because we don't speak the same language. But Melrose is the closest he can come, or a good, easy way to remember. And Melrose turns out to be a 33 numerologically. And a master teacher number. So that's why Melrose. Yes, like our being. Yeah, it's basically. Now, if you look at the meaning of Melrose, it would imply a settlement. It's actually Scottish. And most likely the name Melrose is from a Scottish term, meaning bald hill, which would imply a settlement, where they have made a clearing for a settlement. So that may be part of the message as well. But to pick a name that perfectly in alignment with the numerology, I can't do that. To me, that just kind of proves it. That proves it to me. That's a real transmission. I couldn't figure that out. I couldn't think, oh, Melrose, that's going to come to a 33 and be and break down to a 6. I'm not going to, I'm not that good. Oh, the high mountain in Celtic Scottish. Mount. Oh, yeah, please tell us then. What does Melrose mean then? The high mountain. Hmm. In Celtic. You know what? There's a reason. I believe they have a reason for everything. There is a reason he chose Melrose. What do you bet? That in all meanings, there's something in the meaning of that name. The high mount. Yeah, because somebody was telling me that it was like a cleared area, like a hill with a clearing. Mount. In Celtic. Some of the star beings, there are people, I remember stories when they really tried to translate it, some of it came out to be ancient Celtic. So they're still speaking. Some of the star beings are speaking ancient Celtic. Isn't that interesting? Well, that's got to have some meaning there. We should take a look into that. Melrose means the honey of roses. Scottish and Norse mix in Scotland. Okay, I'm getting lots of different versions of what this means. You live at the beach. Good for you, love. The high mount in Celtic Scottish. Or honey of roses, or nectar. Of roses. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to have to look into the etymology a little more of Melrose. It's probably a lot deeper. We guys really try to keep it on topic. You drive me crazy sometimes. I love you so. It's funny. Try to keep it on topic once in a while. Even a little bit. Just a little. Please. It's hard to do this job sometimes. It really is. It's a crazy subject. This is not something that normal people, I can talk to with normal people. Not that you guys are normal. I would never call you that. Nope, I would never call you anything as demeaning as normal. Normal? Mm-mm. Everybody knows normalcy is vastly overrated anyway. But I would dearly love to be able to talk about this subject. Because I'm in the middle of this. I am apparently some kind of channel for these beings. We've also got, remember, Andros from Telluria. Telluria is inner Earth. So we've got contacts in inner Earth. We've got contacts from the Lyrans. We're being contacted from everybody. And then we've got Othello and Sophia, who are dragons. As long and as well as the panoply of ascended masters and other guides that seem to hang around us all the time, because I mean, Saint Germain is one of the first guides I had that I knew about. And so I've known him for quite some time, or known of him. I'm sure we've known each other for eons, lifetimes and whatever, but I've known of him for quite some time, for like 20, 30 years, at least 30 years. So I drew a picture of him once, and that's lost to time. That picture is lost to time. And floods. Always forward, never straight. Huh. No. Well, I certainly didn't pick that up off of him, but yeah, he sounded like a guy to me. He came off like a guy. And he didn't come off with all the mushy stuff. He sounded like he was like it meant some serious business. Come here, baby. Come on. You gonna explain it to us? Hey, you're a cat. Explain it to us. I'm gonna look more into it. Oh, I doubt it. Hmm. Let's see. Melrose. Definition. Village in Scotland, site of the ruins of a Cistercian abbey. I don't know how to say that. Examples of Melrose in a sentence. Alethea swallowed the observation that no one had ever been able to do anything with Rupert Melrose Sinster. That's a guy. Melrose Abbey. So basically, the site of ruins of an abbey. Oh, that's a guy. Melrose definition and meaning. Let's look around a little bit. Yeah, honey of roses. Well, that's interesting. Allerley Melrose, Berzelius. Hmm. Melrose is the location, basically. Honey of Roses, probably. There were a lot of roses that grew there. War of the Roses. Interesting. Rose of Sharon. Melrose. Also a city in East Massachusetts near Boston. A village in southeast Scotland on Tweed River. Ruins of a famous abbey. So really, it's a place. Melrose family history. Scottish habitational name from a place near the Galash Hills in the Scottish border, so named from the British words that were ancestors of the Welsh baron. There's where they were getting it from. Baron. British, Welsh, moel. Moor, heath. Rhos, it's RHOS. So, Bear Heath. The Breton and Irish equivalents of the second element mean promontory, and this may have been the sense here. Okay, that's where that was coming from. Melrose, most likely found in Scotland, and some in the United States and some in England, of the Melrose family. Okay, but here they're saying a girl name, probably because of the rose. But it's actually a habitational surname. But can be viewed as a mashup of Melanie, Melissa, and Rose. So that's modern. That's not traditional meaning, so I'm not going with that. Okay, Melrose, meaning of the first name Melrose. English Scottish, meaning from the bald hill. Scottish. The hill, the mount. Variations can also be Calrose, Delors, Malicio. Has its origins in English and Scottish etymology, derived from the combination of two elements, mel, which refers to bald or bare, and rose, which is often associated with a hill or an elevated place. Thus, the literal meaning of Melrose can be interpreted as from Bald Hill. This name serves as both a geographical and personal identifier, reflecting the landscape of the regions where it first became prominent. Historically, Melrose is associated with Melrose Abbey, significant landmark in Scotland established in the 12th century. The abbey was founded by monks from the Cistercian order and played an essential role in the religious and cultural life of the region. Over the centuries, Melrose grew in importance, becoming a center for trade and hospitality, drawing visitors from various social strata. The name Melrose has been used in various forms throughout history, often linked to places and families, thereby underscoring its deep roots in Scottish heritage. In contemporary times, Melrose is both a surname and to give a name, meaning maintaining its relevance in society, and it's often associated with various locations, including Melrose, a town in the Scottish borders, and neighborhoods in cities like Los Angeles and Massachusetts. Additionally, the name has been embraced in popular culture, appearing in literature, television, and music, further cements its place in modern nomenclature. The continued use of Melrose reflects its timeless quality, bridging historical significance with contemporary identity. This is the most commonly a surname, spouse name, and child name associated with Melrose. Okay. Interesting. They have the most common surname, spouse name, and child name. Okay. The most common surname with Melrose is Smith. The most common spouse name for Melrose is Bertha. The most common child name for Melrose is Melrose. Interesting. Okay, so the first one was right, Bald Hill, an elevation or a mount. Okay, and the girl name meaning is complete fluff and modern. So let's delete that. See, I figured. Yep, here we go again. Yep, glacials. The elements of the name are ancient British, pre-Roman. Yep. Barren Heath. Headland or promontory. Okay. Well, I think that's enough for now. Can certainly look at it a little more later. Okay. So, yeah, he didn't come off that way at all. He didn't come off. He came off as more of an all business type. But a loving one, a kind-hearted one. He is not scary. He was not scary at all, although he is a giant spotted cat. Now let's see what you guys have been saying. Richard was right. Oh yeah, that's right. Knights Templar Scottish. The House of Melrose were sent to live on the hill. Oh, maybe. Rich is Batman. Oh, okay. Are you the Batman? No, he's the Crow Man. You are correct. You are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Crow gets the prize. Superman on Saturday nights. Saturday nights are right for fighting. That's okay. You can storm your brain anytime. I'll still love you anyway, Dolly. You know that. You're still my girl. So, I think we kind of got that one nailed down, though. Yeah. Yeah, I am getting the feeling that this has something to do with something very ancient. You know, they were here before. This isn't the first time. Of course. If they are our kin, they've been here before. We do not know our real history. Okay? Let's just be honest here. In fact, we know that we have been misled, vastly misled, about what our real history is on this planet. And that there has been massive cover-ups. Look at the marks on my forehead there. They sure are sticking out tonight. Massive cover-ups right on my third eye. As to what really happened here. We know there were giants. 100%. 100% convinced. It's been staring us in the face the whole time. And they've been lying into our face the whole time. The lie was concocted to keep us from knowing about it. What is the big deal about giants that we're not allowed to know that? That's so volatile. We've been getting that over and over again. Everybody I know who's dealt with giants, the whole thing gets swept under the rug. They had giant bones be unearthed around here from one of the mounds. And the local Native Americans told them they had to put it back. Forced them to put it back. But they were giant bones. So we have giants buried right in my area. You wonder why Ohio is so weird? Ghosts of giant people. Maybe. Maybe part of it is a lot of the Area 51 stuff ended up at Wright-Patterson. That's the rumor. When you brainstorm, it barely rains at all. Mm-hmm. Did he destroy the giants? Okay. But we know that there were giants farther up in history than that. Unless history is so botched that the time periods are way, way off. Maybe they are. Because there were giants left. Remember, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after says that. And also after those days. He killed the Nephilim. Maybe not all the giants were Nephilim. Sasquatch. And we are related somehow to Sasquatch. Yeah, absolutely, Crow. And the Smithsonian's the #1 operation to do that. All that bullshit. To keep us in the dark. We need to defund the Smithsonian. Start seeing what they have squirreled away. Because you know they have some secrets squirreled away. And where else? Under the Vatican. You know damn well the Vatican has stuff that they're hiding. Absolutely. We have bones. We have costumes. We have suits of armor. We have fossils. 100% we had giants here. Yeah, beneath the Vatican. You bet. It's just about time this stuff shows up, comes to Earth. There's some stuff they haven't been able to destroy because they haven't been able to reach it. What do you want to bet? That there are some excavation places that could be excavated that could explain all this. Well, yeah, and you know what? Paul and I talked about this once. Yeah, the warrior angels were giants. The warrior angels were giant beings. As far as I can get, what happened? There were giants on the earth. But they eat. You know? They need to eat. Physical beings. But there was at one point when there were many giant organisms to eat. But then shit happened. And those organisms died out. But the giants did not all die out. But they needed to eat something. Even today, bear is on the menu for the Sasquatch. They needed large animals to eat. Unfortunately, humans might be in that category if they didn't have enough to eat. At some point, they probably devolved. Imagine this. You're part of a higher society, you get cut off. You gotta find your own food. Nobody's coming to help you. Remember, the place has been under quarantine. Am I condoning what they did? No. But I do understand it. Because even humans will become cannibalistic if they're hungry enough. Although I don't condone it, I do understand how that can happen. So, problem is, the Indians told them, hey, cut it out. They wouldn't stop eating humans, so the Indians killed them. Yep, smoked them to death. That's right. That's right. Yeah, some of the giants helped some humans. There was a mixture of things going on there. Just like today, are humans good or bad creatures? Well, depends on the human. Depends on the day. Depends on the circumstance. What do you call good and what do you call bad? Whose side are you on? If you're on a particular side, it may look different. Just like everybody else. They were trying to survive. and probably got a little bit screwed up by being cut off. Because it feels like probably when the place went into quarantine. That would have been during the Orion-Lyran Wars. What do you want to bet? Okay, we know that our sun was meant to be, and always meant to be, a stargate, and that all the stars are gates. Okay, we've gotten that far. That it's a stargate because the stars are literally gates. Therefore, if somehow there was a quarantine and no help was coming, what would we do? Try to survive, do whatever we could, throw in with whoever looked like they might be able to help us survive. I suppose those were not very easy times for anybody. Yeah, I think there is a lot more to that story, and I'm trying to be neutral here. I'm not trying to not be judgmental of the situation, but just look at it as a situation. You know, not say, oh my God, the moon, it's like that isn't going to help us figure things out, to have an emotional reaction. So I'm trying to take my emotions out of this. Yep. Oh, yeah. There are people who absolutely would go right back to cannibalism again. They'd be happy with it. Who knows? Maybe the same people who laughed as they saw a man be taken in cold blood in front of them on a stage recently. Who laughed? Yeah, that kind of person probably would have no trouble with it. Supposedly there is a restaurant that will serve human flesh, but you must contribute the human flesh. So they will cook you. They will cook a piece of you for you so that you can taste you. Yes, I heard about that restaurant and they're going, well, of course. Of course there is. Oh, boy. Yeah. Exactly, Crow. We've had movies that have explored this, right? What that would be like. Yep. Say you were on, we'll put it in strictly earthy terms. You were part of a colony, you would get supplies and shipments in from home, but suddenly there was a war, and that all stopped, and you had to live on whatever was there. Now, there you go. And what if the food was scarce? See, at one time we had megafauna, which got wiped out. And there are footprints, human footprints next to dinosaur footprints, so they're lying about that too. The dinosaurs did live during the same period as humans. That's also bullshit. They don't want us to know that either. But it's been found. They just lie. It's like they do now. Just like they do right now. They get caught in a lie, they just lie harder. Isn't that the way? Ah, you're lying. No, it's, and then they'll lie even worse. Like they'll lie even more. They'll double down on the lie. And that's what they've been doing now for centuries and centuries. So find out what's really been going on here. Yeah, it's going to be shocking even to some of us. And not pretty. I think a lot of very not pretty things happened here. Things are not telling us. So we know it's all bullshit. We've got to just dump what we think we know and instead just look at what we have in front of us as evidence. And what would we deduce from it? You know what? Yes, they have found a lot of human DNA in fast food. What? The numbers pound for pound equal the missing children in fast food burgers? What? Huh? How did they figure this out? Oh, they put out more meat than they purchased. What? Yeah, the bigger the lie, you line the lie often enough and big enough. Yeah, you just make it a bigger lie and a bigger lie and a bigger, you just double down. Oh, Makili Mbimbi. Mm-hmm. Did I say that right? Makili Mbimbi? Something like that. They will fall in the fall. Yep. And I heard that in my ears too. They will fall in the fall. And I saw it too. Things falling. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster would also be a dinosaur. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. They have found in a lot of fast food meat, they have found human DNA. And actually, even not just the fast food meat, okay? In 70% of burgers of ground meat, they have found human DNA. That's even ground meat from your supermarket. From your stupid market. Call it the stupid market. Stupor market. And they sell things to keep you in a stupor. High fructose corn syrup and whatnot. Yes, they have found it. And is anybody telling you this on the news? No, that's hidden on the back pages, isn't it? But it is there. They will let you know if you dig. So, nobody wants to think of that, though. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yum, yum. Supersize me. Anyway. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Something that looks like a pterodactyl, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It actually was what I'm seeing too. As a matter of fact, Kim is gone, passed on. He could have even been dropping that in my ear. It falls in the fall. Because when I heard that was actually Kim Clement that said that, I'm like, well, doggone, I am a medium. Maybe he's the one who dropped it in my ear. It falls in the fall. I've heard it more than once. Yeah, I've heard it in various ways. It falls in the fall, being the most common one. Some Sometimes it's they fall in the fall. But I keep in my mind seeing these great big, like drops of something, but they're black like oil, like crude oil, not rain. And they're great big drops. I make of it what you will. Yeah, even right now I'm seeing it. That is the imagery exactly. If you want to translate that, anybody want to translate that, you go right ahead. Great big drops. Is there any more to that? First, it's like rain, but it's not rain. First, it's 1 or 2 or 3, and 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the third, and then it's just a bunch like that, just like when it rains. But it ain't rain. It ain't water. No, it's something much darker. Well, fall is here. We are in the fall. That would mean we are in the time period when we should start to see some action. And maybe we already have. Yeah, I think this is that November. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like black goo. You're right. You're right, Lewis. Blood rain, blood rain. Yeah. Roping in New Guinea. Yeah. I think you guys are getting it down. You guys got it. Darkness on the tracks. Yes. Yeah. Well, congrats, Dolly. Big hugs. My God. Okay, we're about to see it. That means October will be a wind up for November. And November is going to be rock and roll time, I think. It sort of looks like October is the wind up. By October, the hammer comes down. I mean, by November. Yeah, I think the hammer comes down by November. We might need all the help we can get. Melrose, thanks for thanks for letting me know we're going to be okay, because really a lot of us are stressing, and I think we needed to know that. I appreciate you guys, all your help. I know you've been doing your level best to help us. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your efforts. There's a lower voice saying, it's the least we could do for family. Once again, they're calling us family. So, take what you want out of that. Leave what does not work for you. If it does not harmonize with your scan of things, then you don't have to take it. But there is the information as I'm hearing it and as I'm receiving it. And that is all I can do. Mm-hmm. Okay. End times. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been getting messages that we are like right on the precipice. We're right on the edge. We've been on the edge for the last 2 years. In cosmic time, that's nothing, of course, but in our time, it's a couple of years, but, you know, to people who live a lot longer than us, that's nothing. It's a sneeze. So, not even a sneeze. So, wow. Yeah, how long is 2 years? As if you live at thousands. 2 years is like tomorrow. Okay. I think we got this figured out, but we'll figure it out more. Oh, let me see. I'm going to do some checking with this. I think I'm going to take my amethyst or my opal. Let's see who wants to be. You want to be? Oh yeah, it's swinging pretty well. Okay. Cowboy is a boy cat. Dolly is a tranny. Dolly, I hate to tell you, the pendulum doesn't think you're a tranny. I'm totally messing with you. But it's a good thing my guides have my sense of humor too, or why would they be my guides, right? Okay. You have my sense. Yeah. I gotta love you. Okay, are we on the trail here? We're on the trail. So, this has a lot to do with our lost history, right? Yes. Yes, we are right on the trail. Yes. That's what I thought. We're getting it. We're not the slow kids on the short bus this time. That's somebody else. Yeah. I kind of worry about my friends in California yet. Wherever you are, if you're if you go by the guidance, you're going to be protected. Just pay attention to what you're guided to do. Don't neglect the guidance. If you're guided to leave, leave. Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, Delmarva Peninsula. Peninsulas are weird. We have a peninsula here. And that place is weird. Peninsulas in general, I wonder about that. Is it because they're surrounded by water, or is there some other reason? By the way, he's up here now, and let's see if I can get the camera on him. There we go. Sleeping his little head off. Looking for a belly rub, turning his belly up so that I can reach over and give him a rub every now and then. Uncle Crow says hi. You know Uncle Crow's out there. Yes, your Uncle Crow loves you. Everybody loves you, Mr. Mew. Everybody loves you. You got no worries. Because your mommy loves you and so does everybody else. You get fed like a king. He gets fed rotisserie chicken like a king. Queen Mary before something happens to California. You better do it quick. Yeah, you better do it quick, Louis. Because it may not be that much longer. I don't know. Who knows? Things can be pretty unsteady. Oh, my little boy. Yep, there he is, just sleeping away, being a lazy, lazy cat. Being the laziest little kitty cake. Yeah, inland. Yeah, go inland. Maybe on a mountain. Oh, maybe somewhere high. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's such a cute white belly. I have to just rub over and I have to lean over and rub it. Yeah, no, come on. Cowboy, you know I can't resist it. It's so floofy. It's so floofy. So floofy and white. And you got such cute little pink nose. Look at that nose. She's so pink. So pretty. Yes. Such a pretty kitty. Handsome boy. A former Native American land. Yeah. You nap like that. You and Cowboy. You have anybody to rub your belly? Me neither. How come you never rub my belly, Cowboy? It ain't fair. Okay, well, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to do tonight was go kind of deep into some of this woo stuff. Because, that's kind of like what the channel is about and shit, Um, and one of the reasons I started the channel was because I was kind of lonely to meet some people I could talk woo with. Okay. So that'll be interesting. Without tech, they might get better. Actually, they might have to just face themselves. It might be the tech that's been effing with them for so long out there. I mean, whoever is left might actually be free. I don't know. I'm just trying to look at the bright side if there is one. I'm not sure how bright that side is, but so here we go. I'm going to turn it back to me now. Me now. Sounds like a kitty cat. Me now. Me now. Okay. So, you guys, I think we got it. My pendulum is saying, yeah, we're on the right track. So we're dealing with we've got ancient family, we've got something to do with the Scottish stuff, we've got something to do with yeah, it would kind of make sense that the Celts would be wrapped up in this because the Celts just have such a bizarre pantheon and, just history. And I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Scottish. I'm gonna see if they'll give us a little bit more. Somebody will. But I think a lot of this is going to be contingent on what we can understand, what we can understand. Because, they're only going to give us what we can understand. I mean, if they would have told us this years ago, we wouldn't have had any idea. We wouldn't have had anything to relate it to. If Othello and Mom, Sophia, would have shown themselves to me when I first heard from them, I wouldn't have understood. Or if they'd given me their names, I wouldn't have understood from the consciousness I had then. And now I know that the things they've been telling us about Sophia is wrong too. They've been telling us a lot of lies about Sophia. So, please try to set aside some of the things that we've been told about Sophia. What, the little kitty back paws? Okay, this is what I really needed tonight. Thank you. So I'm gonna go toddling off until Wednesday. I very much appreciate you being here and helping me go through this information that we've been given. I feel like I'm being contacted for a reason. It's not just random, you know. Not just random, not just hi, hi mom, hi dad, you know, not just, it's, I think it's a bigger reason. So stay tuned, and whatever comes up, of course, you'll be the second to know because I'll be the first. Okay, and let me know what's coming up with you too. Love y'all, and I'll see you Wednesday. Remember, truth is where you find it. I hope you're always finding some here. This is the Ocean of the Ocean's Deep Blue. Remember that you're divine. Please like, share, subscribe. Drag some people over here that might be interested. Love you. See you Wednesday, hopefully, if all goes well.